to have a date with Garen.
Male prostitution.
Do you take the little blue pill?
There's nothing more attractive than a successful woman.
So you're a gold digger.
And how he got started.
Your girlfriend became your pimp? What about sex?
No, it's a male companionship.
So that's the legal way around not being a prostitute.
Now on Tyra.
I'm obsessed with television right now. I actually love HBO. I watch any new show that HBO has coming out. Have you seen the show Hung? About the... Okay, for you, those of you guys that haven't seen Hung, Hung is about a male prostitute. A male prostitute that has a female pimp. Okay, and he was like a high school gym teacher, and he turned into a male hooker. Okay? And so that got me thinking, and I was like, is this real? Do women really want to pay for a man? I thought it was the other way around. But anyway, here's the show. Check it out.
Ray, you missed the class in creative marketing. There are so many different ways you can sell yourself. Look, if you want, I can help.
You want to help me sell myself?
Yeah. I mean, not for free. Maybe for like a percentage of some kind.
You want to be my pimp?
Yeah.
This is Garen, okay? Now, Garen is the real-life Hung. You know what I'm saying? He's like Hung in real life. It's so funny because, like, if I were to have a female prostitute on the show and I'd be like, and she's the real-life prostitute, you guys would be like, ugh. And I'm like, oh, it's a male. You're like, woo! So how much would you guys pay to, like, $500? But so she would pay $500. Okay, she said she'd pay $500, but actually it costs $5,000 to have a date with Garen. $5,000?
Well, that's for like a weekend experience. That's for like a full weekend.
A weekend experience. Okay, so...
What do you get?
Oh, so the woman just yelled out, they're hosting a show today. She wants to know, what does a woman get for $5,000 for a weekend experience? They get you.
They get me.
Yeah, you kind of look like Matthew McConaughey a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so they get you, but
Right.
like, you're a prostitute?
No, it's a male companionship. It's more about hanging out with a woman and spending time with them. I recently had a client who wanted to go to Jamaica for a trip to visit a nude resort. It's always something she wanted to do. So that's what we did.
And you hung out with her there.
We hung out.
And
We let it all hang out.
Private, but that's a private plane. So they fly you on private planes. So these are like
Private
really
jet.
rich women and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you hanging out in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So do you have to pay for anything?
No, all expenses are paid by the client.
They pay for everything.
Airfare, flight.
And then what about sex?
Well, the services that I provide is male companionship, which is just hanging out and having a good time and things like that. But if something happens between two consenting adults, then that's...
So that's the legal way around not being a prostitute.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not about prostitution. That's completely illegal.
Okay. How did you start this? Because in the TV show Hung on HBO, have you seen the show, by the way?
Yes.
Of course you have, duh. You're like, that's my life. So that guy started as like a PE teacher or something, and then like his house burned down, and he needed money, and he wanted to support his kids. Do you have kids?
No.
You don't have kids. So how did you get started?
Well, I started out as a model, working as a model, and there's a lot of...
Just gotta blame it on the model.
Gotta blame it on the model.
Okay, started off as a model.
There was promoters that used to hang outside of castings that would ask guys and girls to go to clubs and hang out, and you get paid to go to the VIP section and just hang out. So that's kind of like where it started, to get paid to just hang out and have a good time with people.
Okay. How did it turn into, you know?
How did it turn
get
into that?
The experience of the weekend for $5,000.
Well,
how did it get to that? I heard that you had a girlfriend or something.
I had a girlfriend who was getting some loan modifications on her properties, and the woman that was in charge of the office was kind of joking around with my girlfriend, saying, "Oh, he's so hot. One night with him, and I'd waive the $2,500 fee." So my girlfriend called me up and said, "I need you to take care of this for me." And
so your girlfriend became your pimp?
she was, yeah, not
Yes, she was. She was like your pimpette.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Okay,
So then
you did that, and she got her loans waived, and it was all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you get clients? Like, how do women, like
I started a website. It's called Cowboys for Angels. And
Cowboys for Angels? What the hell
right.
is that? So do you show up in like a big bucket hat and like a lasso and stuff, like Chippendales?
No cowboy hats.
Okay, it's
but
just the name.
It's the name, Cowboys for Angels, yeah.
And what type of woman hires you?
Mostly women that are very busy, that have a lot going on, and they just don't have time to date.
Are they older?
It's 20s to 50s.
20s are hiring you? Can't they just go to the club and get it?
They don't have time. They don't have the
They
time
don't have
for that.
time.
Yeah.
What's the oldest woman who's hired you, age?
In the 50s.
In the 50s.
Yeah.
Do you ever have experiences with women that you're not attracted to?
Yeah, but it's not about what I'm attracted to.
It's about how much money they pay you.
It's about them and what they want, yeah.
What they want. So how do you get your mind around not being attracted? Because as a female that does what you do, they don't really have to do anything, but you have to perform. Do you take the little blue pill?
No, you know what? There's nothing more attractive than a successful, driven woman, and that's mostly.
So you're a gold digger.
I perform a service.
Okay. One thing that was a little shocking to me is you said that husbands will hire you to spend time with their wives. Why is that? That's strange to me.
Yeah, it's usually like an older gentleman, and they've been married a long time, and they want their wives to have a good time, hang out, have a good time.
And so they want you to hang out with them and do stuff with the wife too?
Yeah, hang out. And
do they like to watch you hang out?
There was one instance where a guy wanted to watch us go to dinner, and he was in the corner peeking over his menu, making sure that she was laughing and having a good time. And, yeah.
Okay, I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
So you say women hire you.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of guys would want to hire you too, to be with them for a boyfriend thing with them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, that doesn't happen.
No?
No, my site is for women only.
What if a gay guy wanted to pay you $10,000 for the weekend?
Well, I'm sure there's other sites that he could use.
Okay. Okay, what about dating for you? Do you have a girlfriend?
Currently, no.
Have you had girlfriends before?
Yeah.
And done this?
Yeah, it depends. You know, like, some girls get it, some girls don't. And, you know.
Would you ever consider, like, a girl that hired you, and then, like, you fall in love with her, and then she becomes your girlfriend, and then you marry her, and then you have children?
No.
No. So you would never date a client?
No, that's not the way it works.
Okay. Do you like the movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts? Do you ever look at that and go, that's my life?
Yeah, no.
No? You don't want to remake it, Pretty Man?
We could, yeah. You want to produce that?
Hell
Let's
to the
do it.
no. Hell to the no.
Right.
We'll be right back.
Up next, cameras follow a real boyfriend experience.
Why not pay for a perfect evening with no strings attached? Looks like we're gonna have some fun tonight.
What happened at the end of the day?
And later, the rules of flirt texting.
Flirt texting has become the new first step in dating.
Real Life Hung is in the house tonight. Hung is actually a show on HBO, a new show about a male prostitute. So it's women paying men for companionship, for sex. Garen is here. Garen charges $5,000 for a weekend to be with him. But he says that he's not a prostitute. He